Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. Now, as I mentioned earlier this morning, we've been partnering with the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago since May to bring you an art series. On Now, we've been featuring a bunch of different artists every single week, and this week, we want to introduce you to a gentleman who's presented us with some work that we're going to be able to enjoy for the entire week. His name is Sean Smith. He's a visual artist. Good morning to you, Sean.
Hi, good morning, and thank you all for having me.
Not a problem. How are you doing?
Well, by the grace of God, I'm going okay.
Yeah, give thanks for that. Give thanks for that. Now, firstly, let me thank you for lending us your work this week because I love it personally. I love that you chose specific scenes that you want to depict and all of that good stuff. But before we get into the work that you lent us for the week, tell me a little bit about yourself. I understand that you took some years off of art completely.
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Okay, well, at that point in time, I like more family commitment.
Right.
And, you know, the time with the art and so forth and things. So during that time, I just take a break, and like the break didn't need it at the point in time. Because when I came back out, I find from the level I was like this, went up like that.
Yeah. What do you think contributed to that?
Well, I can't really say what it is, but I don't know. When I just come back out and I get into the art, I realize my skills has improved, and I was more focused, and I get a better understanding of my approach with the work in itself. And during that time, I decided, well, okay, I'm going to explore with different things that I didn't used to be before, like acrylics and all these different things, landscape, and from there I just went up.
Now, Sean, I want to go back a bit because you are a self-taught artist.
Yes.
So when exactly did you start to dabble with it and decide, okay, I can really do this thing?
Okay. Back in school, when I was going to St. Augustine Senior Com, technical drawing was something I liked.
TD, boy.
Right? So back then I will, like, even the house where my parents was living, I will visualize how I'm going to draw it out in that house planning. So that drawing ability was always there. But in my early 20s is when I really started like get into sketching and drawing itself. And from there I moved on when, if you all recall, in the year 1990, when the big match it had with TNT versus USA. Well, that time.
Cool? That one?
No.
Oh, not that one.
No, not the coup. Not the coup.
1990, you say football match.
Football. Right, and we lost that game. We lost that game 1-0. But coming up to that game, I was doing like, you know, stenciling on jerseys and things, printing on jerseys.
Okay.
And my brother, who is Ray Smith, also known as Micey, he will go down in town with all my T-shirts I done and get it sell out on Frederick Street, and I had to be back home. He come back home, Sean, here what is going on.
I need more.
You understand me? So at that point in time, it was a challenge, but yes, I was seeing myself exploring more and more.
So you were drawing onto jerseys?
Well, what I was doing, I'll draw on, let me say like a Bristol board, but a stiff material, and I will cut it out. Right, and then I'll print it now on the jersey, which is paint it on.
Oh, you would paint? Okay.
Paint it on the jersey, and then I will go out. And that time I was more like, just being creative. Thoughts come in and I'll visualize what I want to put on the jersey and that type of thing. And then moving forward now to 2009 is when I take that break. And then in 2017, when a friend of mine, a colleague, who is also a fellow artist, she's the one who invigorated me, you know, inspired me back into art.
Yes.
And from there, I just keep moving back up.
Do you find it difficult to balance art, doing your art, creating art, and family life?
No, I don't really find it hard to balance because I understand my commitment and what I have to do. And anyhow you take it, I have to adjust.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Passion and family.
You don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. I had to adjust. So, it wasn't hard to really balance and thing. But now I know I'm going to be coming out of the work thing just now, and I'll be heading full time with the art. And we're trying at each now where they understand where daddy is going forward now. So,
okay.
you know, they are there supporting me as well.
Of course. Well, let's jump into the art. I mean, one of the first ones I wanted to see is Citygate. We have one of our co-hosts down there at
Yes.
Citygate. So let's start there. Tell us what you use, because I understand that you use acrylics as well as the pencils to draw. So tell us about
Yeah.
Citygate, what you use for this one, and what was the inspiration for it? Were you just really in your car a day and seeing some people crossing, and that's where you got this from? Tell
I
us.
got it right. Right. So I was just left work and on my way to pick up my little girl. And while I reached by the lights, as you can see, the lights are red. So I stopped. I took out a photo, and I tell myself I'm going to challenge myself with this. And that is what I did. And I did went and that you wouldn't believe that was my first landscape drawing with acrylics
For real?
that I tried. But you know, I draw.
Yes.
So I draw first, and then I come and I paint. And I get the idea too from an artist, a British artist, who I see doing some amazing work. And I said, boy, I gotta try that, boy. And that is how I come up with Citygate. But Citygate of itself is a place where is a historical.
Yeah.
It is a place where Trinis, you know, everybody knows Citygate. And even this morning to see your co-worker and all coming live from Citygate,
Yeah.
you know, it just fit in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Everything just falling right.
Let me move on to the next one. This one is called Island Juice. The man with the coconut water. Tell me about this one.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, last Carnival Monday this year, I went up last week with Sai and the family. And while there, I saw this guy walking with coconut on his head. Now, is that what it is? Catch me. I say, but wait now, in this modern time, boy, a man walking.
Still
his
doing
neck,
that?
Yeah,
Yes,
his neck has to be real strong. And
Yes.
then I know you more see people with a pickup selling coconut, or they have a
The pickup
tent.
car
and-
drive on the beach yourself.
yeah, I know, but the brother, you don't see him. So,
Yeah.
so while I saw him, I say, you know what? I go and ask him if I could take a photo. And I did. And I said, here, what's happening? I'm an artist. I said, I would like to take a photo of you and do a portrait. And I also said to him, I would like to do it and have it be in an exhibition, which I did. I said, when I done this, I would like to give you back a copy of it.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
So I did all that. And Emancipation Day, I went back up there. And I didn't give him the copy.
Nice.
And, you know, he was appreciative of it. But behind it, this particular portrait, there's something about it that I love a lot. Because there's a testimony behind it,
Which is?
which is the guy himself. He fell off a coconut tree.
Wow.
And he said he thought he would not walk again. And, people and all thought the same thing. Because he shared it with me on that day when I gave him the copy. He was almost in tears. And he said, Sean, boy, it's by the grace of God I am walking here. But I said, it's by the grace of God you are here, and something about you is special because
Of
look
course.
at that. You fell off that tree. You couldn't be walking again.
And now he
right?
immortalized with coconut.
And you have the coconut, and the thing is also, you end up meeting an artist who do your portrait in an exhibition, and now your portrait is on national TV
Exactly.
presently, so something special about him.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Moving on to more special things. The bison. Talk to us about the bison.
The bison, I was passing through Barrackpore that day to go to a funeral down Muruga. I never passed that in that road before, but while going there, we saw this guy.
It's on the screen.
You know, okay, right? We saw this guy, and I was like, wow, the bison is what catch me.
Yeah.
So I say, you know what, I'm going to take another photo of him.
So that's the style that you use. You take a picture of what you want to draw, and then you go over and draw it
and then
on
I
top.
go on there. So my pieces, you see, most time is original.
Right.
Except for...
I don't want to say you didn't take that picture, George.
Well, that was what I
Come, let me hear about George.
Except-
You take a picture for that one.
Right. So the bison, when I saw it, I said, okay, is COVID time and everything, and you see the bison. If you see wearing his mask and all these things, and then the modern house in the background in our house.
And house under construction
right,
too.
so I try to put in as much as I can because I'm more a detailed artist. So.
And I love in the detail in all of them. Tell me about George Bovell III.
George Bovell III. This was more like looking to pick out an athlete. Right, and to draw. And I had people like Atto Boland, Brian Lara, Dwight York, and thing. And I said that Bovell. I said Bovell, I haven't really seen much people done Bovell in art, and have him in exhibition and gallery and so forth and thing. And I appreciate what he did for us. As an athlete going to the Olympics and even in the bronze and so forth and so forth.
Many medals on the world stage.
Yes, you understand? So when I said, yes, I'll do George, and plus I wanted to challenge myself with him in the water.
Yeah, because I'm seeing the little droplets on his face and all that.
I could have put him in a jacket and tie and, draw him out because he had pictures otherwise. But that one particularly, I say let me draw that.
Well done.
Well, Sean, let me thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thank you again. I know that your artwork will be with us for the entire week. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and all the best with the rest of your art. Before you go quickly, where can we find you?
On Instagram, Sean Smith 6321.
Right.
Facebook, Sean Basic Art. And that basic is BASS. The reason for the two S is because I'm also a bass player.
Man on the bass.
That is
So
what
we
we're talking
have
about.
to have you back in again to talk about that particular thing. But for now, Sean Smith, let me thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
and that, of course, was Mr. Sean Smith, our artist on set, as we like to say here in the Now Morning Show. Special good morning as well going out to the Art Society of TNT. Thank you so much for partnering with us. We're going to take a quick break and right back because we have the TTPS joining us as we talk about safety and children. Stay with us.